right now. Actually, I need you to sign Jason Nelson's. Yeah. Yeah, I picked it up.
Good evening and welcome and congratulations to our class of 2025. My name is Shalini Sareen Jain and I am an Associate Professor of Management. As the Director of the MBA program, I am privileged to host Milgard's 24th MBA graduation ceremony this evening. I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to acknowledge the dedicated contribution of my predecessor, Dr. Zoe Barsness, who led the MBA program for 6 years. Thank you, Zoe. Would you please stand up? We ask the impossible of our students, and you have shown up with grace and grit, week after week, quarter after quarter, despite life happening at your full-time jobs and in your families. Kudos to your tenacity for staying the course. We are beyond proud of you. Giving yourselves a gosh, I'm good fist bump would be apt right about now. Gosh, I'm good, say it. Look behind you, beside you. These wonderful people were the wind beneath your wings that helped you reach this milestone. I invite the parents, spouses, partners, children, siblings, family, and friends of our graduates to please stand for just a moment so that we may acknowledge and celebrate your support and sacrifices. Thank you. During this 2-year journey, you have begun to see yourself as a person, witnessed your coursework come alive in real time at your jobs, and have repeatedly marveled at the lifelong bonds you have created amongst your cohort. You have completed your credit requirements traveling to and from Japan, are to visit family overseas after 7 years, and even had your cars broken into. You're savoring the reblooming of love. You got married, are about to become a parent and a grandparent. Your children have started school, are graduating from elementary school, and some have even graduated from college. You have had promotions, have an opportunity to lead the largest carbon sequestration project in Washington state, and are bracing yourselves for the weight of the responsibility you will carry as newly commissioned officers leading hundreds of soldiers with empathy and inclusion. You're here, you did it. Please join me in welcoming our Dean and Endowed Professor of Marketing of the Milgard School of Business, Dr. Altaf Merchant.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Milgard School of Business, welcome to the MBA hooding ceremony. My hearty congratulations to the graduates on this important occasion. My greetings to the families and friends who have supported you for your academic studies. A huge thank you to our faculty and our staff in the service of our students. This is a special batch of MBA students. 18 students are graduating, 5 are serving in the military, 4 veterans, and 4 entrepreneurs. Very impressive indeed. At the Milgard School, we are focused on holistic student development through academic preparation and the development of interpersonal skills, financial literacy, etiquette, leadership, and communication skills, which is a winning combination for a successful career with purpose. Today, we have close to 7,000 alumni from the Milgard School, with an estimated 86% of them staying in the state of Washington. Moving to Milgard Hall has given us wings for innovations and excellence. Some of our innovations include the first STEM-based accounting program in the UW system, an AI lab, a trading room with Bloomberg data, programs on financial literacy, a new student-managed investment fund, an entrepreneurship academy. So I'm really interested to know more about our entrepreneurs here, because we have an entrepreneurship program, and I know one of the MBA students has got an award from that academy. A VITA program, an SAP lab, new MSBA options in AI and supply chain. As you may see, there is a lot going on in the business school. I urge you to connect with us and come back. Come back as speakers, advocates, adjunct professors, advisory board members. And we lean on our alums to help us build the school and make it a destination program, not just a second program to the Foster School. Because many of the initiatives we have, many of the programs we have, are the only such programs, not only within the UW system, but within the state for a public university. So we're developing something unique here. So please come back, please connect, and help us build the school. So a little bit of philosophical conversation. So I'm a professor, as Shalini said. I can't resist the temptation of giving some kind of a lesson. So as you go on to be business leaders, especially for our MBA students who are, I would say, CEOs, CFOs, CTOs of the future, I want to talk a little bit about the concept of conscious capitalism. Some of you may have read this book. If you have not, I would recommend it as a reading. It's written by John Mackey, who's the retired CEO of Whole Foods. And in this book, he's talking about the conscious capitalism credo. I really love this, and I think it's good to think and pause. He says, we believe that business is good because it creates value. It is ethical because it is based on voluntary exchange. It is noble because it can elevate our existence. It is heroic because it lifts people out of poverty and creates prosperity. So remember this when you go into the corporate world and move up the ladder, and you'll be faced with situations where people will challenge and question business, because there's a lot of rhetoric around the world today about business, and is business good, is business bad, is globalization good, is globalization bad? Always remember that business is good because business is a voluntary exchange. I would now like to end with a favorite quote of mine. So I have certain favorite US presidents, and Teddy Roosevelt is right out there. So I always quote him. This quote has really inspired me and keeps inspiring me all the time, and hopefully it'll resonate with you and give you something to think about. He says, and I quote, "We must dare to be great, and we must realize that greatness is the fruit of toil and sacrifice and high courage." And I encourage you to be business leaders with high courage, because you are the future. You are the ones who are going to transform the world for us. Onward and forward. Go Huskies.
Thank you, Altaf. Without enthusiastic student engagement, sorry. I missed my page. Yes, here it is. As educators, our most rewarding experience is when we know we have made a difference in the lives of our students. I would like to introduce you to one such colleague. He has 2 master's degrees in public administration and organizational systems, and his career has been dedicated to creating healthier, more productive workplaces by developing skilled managers in municipal government, global health, and higher education across 4 continents. His book, The Manager's Everyday Toolbox, now in its 8th edition, has been adopted by several federal agencies, public works, and transportation departments in DC, Georgia, and Oklahoma. He retired from UW-Tacoma 6 years ago as Associate Vice Chancellor for Organizational Effectiveness and Development, and prior to and since his retirement, he has followed his passion to teach at Milgard and was active in the recently concluded effort to refresh our MBA program. An enthusiastic educator, a published poet, an evangelist for better management, his overarching drive is to help others find their path and fulfill their potential. He is a happily married grandpa and lives here in Tacoma with his wife of 40 years, Gretchen. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Richard Wilkinson, voted MBA Faculty of the Year by our graduating cohort. Altaf, will you please give Richard the award? This one.
Okay. Oh, I get a swag? All right. This is cool. Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness.
My pleasure to give this to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that is cool. Well, and congratulations, graduates. And thank you. This honor came as a surprise, and I love it. For different cohorts you connect with in different ways, but your cohort somehow just really was just a real joy to work with and to learn from as well as teach. I do remember certainly some anecdotes that I feel compelled to share. I learned from Layla that Olympia is actually the offspring of empanadas and spring rolls, for example. I learned from Katai the great wisdom of Bruce Lee. I learned from Tai the hiking destinations. Now, Stephen, I'm not sure I'm ready for ice baths in the morning, but I honor the courage and boldness that takes. I appreciate that. There's so much I can say here about your class. I think of you, and it's kind of like my antidote to despair, because I feel like you bring such compassion and integrity to what you do. And certainly juggling all the responsibilities you've had, family, work, and school, I'm not sure what you're going to do with all this free time you're going to have. You'll have to, maybe you can get a second master's degree. You keep it going. Why stop now? Yeah, collect them all. Let's see. So I really want to say, as I think of your class, I think of, you've all encountered challenges and have dealt with them successfully. Which is, I guess, another character building opportunities. They keep on coming. But I really think of you as resilient, as compassionate, as ethical, adventurous, and really an embodiment of the idea of grit, that idea of passion and persistence. I just really admire each of you. Let me see if there's, I think, let's see. I think with that, I want to end with a few kind of shout outs here. I want you to go forward. I saw Nicole's kind of statement here, like on to the next adventure. And I think that'll be exciting to see what that adventure is. In my experience, it takes time for the real impact of the MBA program to settle in. And so just give it time. Let it simmer. Enjoy your time without having to study. I think there's a few things I keep in mind. One is Kemuel's idea to treasure every second, which I really appreciated that comment. I hope that you go forward with the clarity of purpose and your vision of an integrated life in a way that gives some kind of energy and focus to what you do next. And I guess I really wrap it up with the wisdom of Bruce Lee: be like water. Right, Kitai? All right. Thank you very much, guys. This is great. Thank you.
Congratulations, and thank you, Richard. Without enthusiastic student engagement, a classroom and a school would lack luster. Not this graduating cohort. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is an Air Force veteran, has dabbled in hospitality, insurance, has been operating his own painting business for 18 years, and works part-time in golf operations at Chambers Bay. His wife, Catherine, and daughter, Sophia, are in the audience celebrating with him. He has passion, he has energy, and he has opinion. He is the president of the Milgard MBA Association and has been selected as student speaker by his cohort, Nino Vaccaro.
Whew, that was pretty nice. We look really nice. We've been waiting for this. Good afternoon to all in attendance and those watching virtually. Shout out to Dan in Japan, if you're there. Before I get into this, I want to give a little bit of thanks. And first, I want to thank my God for giving me the strength, the courage, the wisdom, leading me to this program, leading me to meet these people. Very thankful for that. Second, I want to thank my country. My country. Without my country, I'm nothing. I gave my youth to my country, and my country promised me a master's degree, and that's what this is. So I want to thank America, and I want to thank the United States Air Force for making that happen. Next, I want to move to my amazing wife and my little baby. She kept me on toes here this time, but. And my family back home, friends and family back home watching on the East Coast, if you're there, thank you for supporting me through this all. But really, I want to thank my wife. You have made this possible. And holding down the fort while Kite and Ty and I were on Zoom calls for hours so we could beat everyone in Capson. I thank you for that, sweetie, so thank you for that. To the staff. I want to thank you guys for being so professional, so receptive to our needs, and just delivering world-class education. I really appreciate that from you guys as well. And then, finally, to my cohort, shout out to Kite, minimal. That's my individual shout out to Kite. Choosing me to represent us as the president of the MBAA, and then also choosing me to be the class speaker is something I'm going to be forever grateful for. So I appreciate that very much. Today is not just a celebration of a degree, it's a celebration of the people who earned it together. Among the most powerful elements of the Milgard MBA experience has been the cohort model. Spending 2 years learning, debating, collaborating, and problem solving alongside a consistent group of peers created bonds that extended well beyond the classroom. The friendships and professional relationships we built became a kind of intellectual gauntlet, a space of challenge, trust, and growth that mirrored the dynamics of a high-performing tactical teams I was once a part of. Just in those environments, success in this cohort required mutual support, honest feedback, situational awareness, and a shared commitment to the mission. What made it even more powerful was the unspoken trust that developed between us. We embraced the challenges together in what us vets like to call embracing the suck, but because we knew we were all striving for the same goal. It is deeply rewarding to be a part of a team aligned not only in goals, but also in purpose. That shared resilience created an atmosphere where vulnerability and ambition could coexist. We didn't just get through the tough moments, they shaped us. And that, more than any individual course, framework, or grade, is what I'm going to carry with me forever. While we look forward to the future, I want to recognize that the MBA is more than a degree. It is a toolkit. It will not guarantee success, but it's going to dramatically improve the way we ask questions, how we recognize systems, and the value that we bring to any team or organization. This experience has increased our collective value as candidates in any competitive space, and I have no doubt that everyone, well, down there in the seats, I had it on the stage, but everyone in the seats, I have no doubt that everyone will do amazing things in their careers. Let us keep showing up with the same curiosity, the grit, and integrity we have brought to each other over the last 2 years. Wherever we go next, let us not forget our duty to stand up for liberty, to think independently, and to never be afraid to challenge the narrative. The world needs it. God bless the class of 2025. Congratulations, we did it together. Thank you.
And now, for the moment we have been waiting for, I invite Drs. Arthur Jago, Marion Eberly, Stephen Norman, Associate Dean Juliet Cow, and Dean Altaf Merchant to conduct the hooding ceremony for our graduating class. We will begin with one of your peers being hooded virtually, followed by each of you coming on stage. We have prepared a token customized keepsake gift to memorialize your degree at Milgard. It says MBA with your name and the year that you have graduated. And Tom Averill and Tom McGugan will be giving these gifts to you as you walk off the stage. Thank you.
First, joining us remotely, Daniel Nisthal. There he is.
Hello, everyone.
So Daniel is joining us all the way from Japan. He came thrice during this quarter to attend classes in person, and unfortunately he couldn't be here, and we wanted him to be part of the ceremony and celebrate with his family. He has been watching the live stream. But Daniel, you have a moment to say a few words, and thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Jane. Just wanted to say thank you to God and my family for the support. Thank you to the cohorts for welcoming me, all the faculty, and especially huge thank you to Lindsay Kiloha, the academic advisor that performed Herculean efforts to get me to this point.
Okay, moving on to our in-person attendees. First up, Ki Tae Bae. Nuo Ma. Jason Nelson. Tai Hu Nguyen. Brenda Kichucho. Rowan Ringer. John Sherwood. Not here. He's working. Lila Stratman. Sean Thomas. Nino Vaccaro. Stephen Wardinsky. Nicole Zinn. And Kemuel Jackson. One more big round of applause for our graduates.
So there are 3 people who don't have a mug in their bags. And that's because your mug was damaged during shipping. A new one has been ordered, and Lindsay will be in touch with you. Ty, enjoy the chocolate meanwhile. It is now my pleasure to welcome our recently promoted to full professor of marketing colleague, Dr. Rupinder Jindal, to conduct the Beta Gamma Sigma induction ceremony. Supporting him will be Dr. Zoe Barsness. This ceremony formally inducts an exclusive group of top MBA students graduating from prestigious ACCSB accredited institutions into the International Business Honor Society. Rupinder.
Hello, everyone. So Dr. Jain moved me around, so I'm the last person standing between you going out and celebrating. But this is very important, so please bear with me for a few minutes. Let me formally introduce the ceremony. Welcome members and guests of the Europe Tacoma chapter of Beta Gamma Sigma. My name is Rupinder Jindal, and I'm the chapter advisor. Beta Gamma Sigma is an international honor society for business students at AACSB accredited schools who have excelled academically. Membership is offered by invitation only to students who have distinguished themselves academically in the field of business. Only a small percentage of our business students are recognized with this honor each year. On behalf of the Milgard School of Business, I'm going to request Professor Zoe Barsness and our Dean, Dr. Altaf Merchant, to help with the ceremony. I'll read out the names of candidates for membership in Beta Gamma Sigma. Please come to the stage when your name is called. You will receive a certificate, a cord, and a pen from Dr. Merchant. Also, I request you to please stay on the stage till the end of the ceremony. So the three candidates are, there are actually more, but we have only three present. Kite Bay. Jason Nelson. And Nicole Zinn. Thank you, Dr. Barsness and Dr. Merchant. You can take your seats. The mission of Beta Gamma, stay on the stage. Come on. It's like the first class, right? Listen to the instructions. The mission of Beta Gamma Sigma is to encourage and honor academic achievement and personal excellence in the field of business. In addition to recognizing what you have already achieved, this membership brings with it responsibility for the future. As Beta Gamma Sigma members, you will be asked to strive for excellence in your career and in your life. You will also be asked to support the achievement of business thought and to commit yourself to lifelong learning. Now for the audience, the name Beta Gamma Sigma comes from the initials of three Greek words that define the principles of the society. Beta is the first letter of the Greek word bebeos, which means honor. Gamma is the first letter of the word gnosis, which means wisdom, and sigma is the first letter of the word spude, which means sincerity. I'm going to describe the principles of honor, wisdom, and sincerity, and then ask our new members to make a commitment to them. The first principle is honor. Honor signifies personal integrity and high ethical standards, which are qualities of every true leader. In business, you will be faced by conflicting goals and enormous pressures. At times, it may be difficult to distinguish right from wrong, but honorable people must do what is right even in the face of adversity. Honor encourages service, responsibility, and altruism. Members of Beta Gamma Sigma seek to act honorably at all times so they can serve as examples for others. The second principle is wisdom. Wisdom is more than knowledge. It represents open-mindedness, judgment, and experience. In your careers, you will be confronted with a flood of information. Wisdom will help you pay attention to the right things, interpret them correctly, and take appropriate action. Wisdom means constantly seeking new knowledge and being prepared to adapt to change. Wise people are aware of their talents and achievements, but also acknowledge their own limitations. They are quick to recognize that they rely upon others, and they are grateful for the support of family, friends, and mentors. The third principle is sincerity. Without sincerity, honor and wisdom are nothing but good intentions. Sincerity represents hard work and courage, as well as enthusiasm and perseverance. It allows you to see problems as opportunities and turn weaknesses into strengths. Sincerity generates progress and inspires others to overcome the obstacles they face. The greatest achievements of our society result from a blending of honor, wisdom, and sincerity. Each of you has been given many talents, and therefore much is expected of you. As you graduate and embark on a new phase in your life, allow these three guiding principles of Beta Gamma Sigma to inspire you. Each of you can make a real difference to your community and your nation. Do you accept the principles of wisdom, honor, and sincerity as your own? If so, please answer, I do. In recognition of your accomplishments and your acceptance of these principles, each of you has been presented with a Beta Gamma Sigma certificate, pin, and honor cord to be worn at graduation. Wear them proudly as symbols of the principles of wisdom, honor, and sincerity. Please join me in congratulating the newest members of UW Tacoma's chapter of Beta Gamma Sigma. And may I now request Dean Merchant to have a picture with all our newest inductees of Beta Gamma Sigma.
I would now like to, congratulations again, Kite, Nicole, and Jason. Would Ginger Monroe and Lindsay Kiloha, could you please come to the stage? Come. Yes. These two wonderful women are the backbone of the MBA program from the time you make your first inquiry all through graduation. They care deeply about our students and go above and beyond in providing them with whatever and whenever support is needed. Please join me in thanking Ginger and Lindsay. Thank you. Along with them, I would also like to thank our team of amazing behind-the-scenes staff members who have worked so hard in preparing this special event for you. Thank you, Rehab, Jamie, Dana, Tan, Noah, and Chloe. Thank you. As many of you know, I too was at a graduation ceremony recently. My daughter graduated from NYU, and while I was attending the events, the thing that most resonated with me during the speeches was when I heard Billy Crystal sharing how proud he was his son was graduating and how he was secretly happier that he no longer had to write a tuition check. As we conclude the ceremony today, I want to acknowledge that we are keenly aware that you have a choice. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Milgard, thank you for trusting us with your graduate education. Thank you for enriching our classes. Thank you for sharing this part of your journey with us. You have an advanced degree from a world-class university. Now it is time for you to reap the ROI of your investment. We are and will always be rooting for your astonishing growth and success. While today marks the end of your relationship with Milgard as a student, it is also the start of a new relationship. As an alum, no matter how far you grow, you will always be part of the Milgard family and community. So this is not goodbye, but rather till we meet again at a new student orientation, at a lunch and learn panel, at a dean's fireside chat with students, at a student recruiting event, and as you share your stories of shooting for the moon and landing on the stars. Congratulations again, and thank you. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you. Thank you. Done?